Well, hello, folks. Good morning or good evening, good lunchtime, whatever, and wherever you are in the world. Uh, I'm feeling like I gotta do a little review here because I kind of owe it, not only to the binocular, but I owe it to those who built it. A number of years back, I tried to do the Alibaba routine, which I go into when discussing the Orion Resolux. That's how that whole thing got kicked off, and it somehow fell through, but not before I had ordered a few binoculars, 8 by 42. I got 10 by 50, and I also picked up this little Antiporo 8 by 32 ED. Everything I got was with ED lenses. That was kind of the thing I was looking for at the time. And I did the ordering with fear and trembling because I really didn't know what I'd be getting from China. It was almost not worth doing because I noticed that there's a lot of scams going on. If you want to get binoculars through Alibaba, you're likely to run into a company that will advertise whatever interests you for an outrageously good price. And you contact them and find out that, oh, no, it's like 3-4 times that. Well, what's the deal? You advertise it for this. I've had them actually straight up tell me, oh, we do that just to get your attention, to get you to contact us. Then we'll tell you what the real price is. These people have no shame. You also have outfits that will advertise that they have it on hand, it's ready to ship, but they don't have it. As soon as you order it, and they'll say, okay, go ahead, here's the final price, pay. You pay, and then they tell you, oh, we're so sorry, you'll see it in about half a year. Could we interest you in this model? And it's a whole bait and switch routine. Another way they try and scam you is through a good price that they'll stick to, but the shipping, that's like $128. So it's very frustrating. I've gone through about 30 different outfits there, and I've only latched on to about 2 outfits that actually did me right. And you'll be hearing about them at the end of this video, but one of the outfits that did me right sent me the Secozoom line. I had the Secozoom 8 by 42s, I had the 10 by 50s, and they also sent me this little Antiporo, which I'll get to. But I just want to let you know that the quality, it was surprising. Most of the time, anything you want to order from China, by the time it gets here with the shipping and everything, you could have gotten it on Amazon, and the difference is it'll probably come with at least something of a return policy or a warranty, whereas you get it from China, and if they say, yeah, you get a year's warranty, well, what are you going to do? You're going to ship it back to China? At any rate, this outfit, they told me straight up what they had. They gave me the accurate price. They didn't fudge. They didn't change on me. The stuff arrived quickly, and when it got here, I was really surprised at the quality. I had 2 of the 10 by 50s. They sold quickly. People looked at them, boom, sold, including my optometrist, the guy who takes care of my eyes. He looked at them and went, I'll give you the money. Took these 8 by 42s to Bass Pro Shops and let the gentleman behind the counter look through them, and he said, wait a minute. And he starts dragging out his Diamondbacks and starts going back and forth between them, and he says, my gosh, I swear these are brighter than the Diamondbacks. I said, so what do you think of them? And he said, I take these over the Diamondbacks all day, every day of the week. Okay. I was happy with these. This one, I wasn't. I actually was kind of depressed with it. First thing I noticed was it didn't really give me that 3D look, that deep focus. It's very two-dimensional. The diopter, I have it set rather extremely, almost all the way to one side for my corrected vision. And I thought, man, this is a little plastic toy, and I really didn't appreciate it. In fact, I thought I lost out. There's no way anybody's going to buy this from me, and I just tucked it away. Now they say that if you spend 10,000 hours focusing in on any one pursuit, you can quickly become an expert in that field without getting a degree. And I'm not saying that I put in that much time. I'm not saying I'm an expert. But I have put in a lot more hours since I had gotten these. And I was uneducated, flat out unaware of what I had at the time. And I even did the company wrong by posting a rather harsh review of this little binocular, to which I had the response of one of their salespersons writing me, begging me to change it. At any rate, I wouldn't change my vote because I was darn sure that this thing is pathetic. Put the thing away, basically forgot it, until we were going to the beach one day, and just for grins and giggles, I grabbed it, and I took these things. And I had one left, that's this one. Went to the beach, started checking out distant shorelines, and loved the views through these ED binos. But I noticed that with this little thing, I didn't expect it, but I'm not just seeing the homes on a distant shore, I'm seeing the detail of the front door that I can't make out with these 8x42s. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, whatever. Stick it away in the closet. And later on, when I start doing reviews of binoculars, I eventually did a review, which you can see on the Zeiss 8x30B. And I really didn't have at that time what I thought was a good model, a sample to pit it against. I was really impressed with the 8x30 Zeiss. I really thought it gave a very, very nice sharp view. One of the best I actually had ever had, other than that Orion ED 8x30. Since I didn't have anything else, I just decided, okay, well, we'll grab these little anti-poros out for grins and giggles. And what did I find? It surpassed the Zeiss. Okay, interesting. Put it away. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll keep the thing. We just recently did a video on the Steiner Shadow Quest, where once again, and you'll hear the term so many times from me, grins and giggles, I dragged it out because, again, it was an 8 power, and I needed something to, compare to a new 8 power 8x56 that for some reason I wasn't really enjoying the focus from. And we did tests with this that included essentially edge of night tests, where this thing almost just kept right up with an 8x56. I was able to resolve almost everything the 8x56 could, almost to the same degree. Ah, all right, interesting. And it was in that test. This is the reason I'm letting you know about this binocular. Yes, it's plastic. Yes, it's an antiporo. Yes, when the lenses are as close together as they are, you lose some of that depth of focus, that sense of deep focus. It becomes more and more two-dimensional. But I got to tell you, by the end of that Steiner test, I was pushed to extremes to where I went and got a Leica Trinovid. And I not only tested the Steiner against the Leica, I tested this little thing against the Leica, and that was a revelation. whatever faults you might think this little toy might have, I could not see a difference in color, contrast, or sharpness between the Leica and this thing. I couldn't do it. My wife, she's not into binoculars, but she's not a slouch when it comes to being able to notice differences. She looked through both of them, and all she could say is, I don't understand. Why are you paying $900 for this when this thing is just the same? And doggone it, I mean, she's absolutely right. I cannot, and she cannot see any difference optically other than this thing has a huge field. This is a 8.2 degree binocular. It is super wide, and it's flat. It gives a surprisingly flat image. I don't believe there's any kind of field flattener in there. They can't do it for the price. But it's gorgeous. And the oculars are quite large. Very easy for me to get my eyes behind. My son, no, because he likes to have these lips of the eye cups extended for him. And when you do that, to get the right interpupillary distance, it has a tendency to pinch his nose, and it just bugs him. I'm fine with it. The focus, the central focus, is a little bit spongy, stagey. It's not super smooth in any way. No problem getting a focus on anything. But the one thing about this that I really appreciate, even though it's not actually a roof prism binocular, you're getting all that light transference without all the extra cost. And it has the central focus that's not on a bridge, you know. So you're not getting any wobble when you're putting this to your forehead or the brows or whatever, or your eyeglasses contact. You're not losing focus from one side to the next. It's absolutely stable. The diopter is just the right tension. It's smooth, and at the same time, it's going to stay where you put it. And it's the whole eyepiece. You know, you're not searching for some little ring that has two little extended tabs to turn. It's very, very handy. I really apologize to this outfit. They're the one outfit that's done me right. Well, it's not the only one now, but it's been the best. And I did them a disservice when I gave the review of this thing. I have not driven a truck over it. I have not put it through some kind of torture test. I can't speak for how long it's going to last. But quite honestly, it seems to be of a rather good, robust design. Nice tactile feel. And it has little features that you don't get in normal binoculars, such as, evidently, again, I haven't tested this, but this is what they're advertising, and I've watched their video. Floats. The body actually floats. It's not a matter of having a neck strap that'll float. The whole frickin' thing floats, and it's got a cute little compass right here in the center of the central focus wheel, and it actually works. This is one of the reasons I thought it was a stupid toy, and I didn't take it serious for a long while. It's only through learning how to use binoculars properly and finally dragging it out of the dark that I learned that I had a little piece of gold. This thing is a super performer. And if you guys want to take a risk and try and get something out of China at a low cost, This will come to you at about, in the end, about 140, 150 bucks with the shipping. Not bad for something that's keeping right up there with Steiners and with Leicas. It's a surprising little unit. It's one sample. It's not like I've looked through a dozen of them to see what the consistency is. That's probably your biggest gamble. But my gosh, this thing is sweet. And I really wanted to give you the opportunity to pick something up that is as good as this cheaply, and get it from a company that actually, I believe, is actually quite reputable. Not only can you get this in 8x32, they're also offering it in 10x32. And we'll be putting up the stats for you at the end of this video, and I'm also going to try and include their promotional video, which you can find on YouTube, and it's better than any photos that I could take and show you. So essentially, if you want a really, really sharp, lightweight, handy unit, I'd look into this one. I'm absolutely giving this one a thumbs up. And with that, we'll sign off, and we'll see you later. Bye.